Welcome back to Coffee and Cocktails. On this channel, I like to talk about budgeting, personal finance, planning, and productivity. I'm working to pay off debt, invest wisely for my future, and put myself in a better financial position. If that sounds like something you'd like, stay tuned. Hi everyone! I cannot believe we're already here doing the May budget. I feel like this year is just like flying by. I can't believe, it feels like it was just January a couple days ago, but it's already May and it is time to do our budget. And I'm actually really looking forward to doing this month's budget. There's going to be quite a few changes in my budget starting this month. And so I'm just really excited to do this. So let's get straight into it. So first off, at the top, I have a few monthly reminders. For me, it is a 3 paycheck month, which is amazing. And so I'm really looking forward to that because obviously that means there is extra money to budget with. And I've kind of developed a plan on what I'm going to do with the money. And so we will see that in a few minutes. There's also some of the other changes in my budget have kind of led me to I did some budgeting, I guess some forecasting prior to recording this video so that I was prepared on kind of what was going to go where. The other thing is I did get a promotion in April, and so my May paychecks are going to look different because my raise is effective with the first paycheck of May. And so that means there's additional money to budget with as well. And so some things are going to change, which I'm really looking forward to. Car registration is due this month. And so top 3 goals. The first one here is get half a month ahead on rent. And that is partially what I'm going to use that extra paycheck for, is to at least get halfway ahead. So one of the changes I'm going to do to my budget is from each check, take out half of my rent and set that aside. And so with this extra paycheck this month, that'll get me half a month ahead basically. And so I'm excited for that. Other top goal is to start building up my sinking funds a little bit more. I think right now, if you've seen in my other videos, I mostly just have auto maintenance, which I do $20 a month to, and work trips and vacations. And those are kind of just ad hoc. So it just depends on how much money I have and, what's coming up that I add to those. But I want to start being more consistent about putting money away in my sinking funds. And so that is another goal for this month. And so let's get started with the income. Okay, so my first section always is my rollover from the prior month. And so rolling over from April, I'm forecasting about $26.87 to roll over. And it's generally a little bit more, but there's a few items that I need to pay with that last paycheck in April that came, which came on Friday, the 19th. And so there's a couple things I need to pay out of that, about like $90. And so the retained earnings here is a little bit less than normal, so $26.87. And then my first paycheck. So let's see, 3 paychecks. I'm going to put these all in. So I don't know exactly how much my paycheck will be. I know what my new gross salary will be because of the promotion. And so I did some math to try and figure out, after taxes and after the 401k contribution, how much my net check will be. And so I'm estimating, let's see, I am estimating after tax and everything, my paycheck will be $31.40. So I'm going to put that in for each of those. And then next, let's see, I know that I'm going to be getting a payout from Rakuten. So this is a cashback site that I use, so you can use it when you're shopping online. and some stores as well. And they pay out every quarter. And so the payout for this one is on 5/15, and it just goes straight to my PayPal account. And the amount there is $16.98. So that'll be coming in. And I think, let's see, there's going to be interest. We'll say, I don't know, $9 of interest. And that's probably it. And so then I will also add in my 401k contributions. And so I've forecasted what I believe this will be as well, because I do contribute 9% of my paycheck to my 401k, and then my employer matches up to 6%. And so I am estimating my portion will go from, right now it was $400.19. I think it's going to go to $451.73. And that'll be for all 3 checks. We'll do times 3. And then my employer portion, which, like I said, 6%, is going to go to, I believe, $301.15 per paycheck. So that's what I'm estimating there. Let's see, I don't know if there's anything else. Yeah, I think I'll just leave that as that. This will be on 5/31. Okay, so that's what I'm putting in for income. So that gives us about $14,391.62 to budget. However, I do plan on rolling over a certain amount. Now, normally I would just roll over my last paycheck of every month. However, because I do have that goal to get paid, a half paycheck, half a month ahead on rent, I am actually going to roll over a little bit more. And also because it is a 3 paycheck month and I want to start building up some things, I'm actually going to roll over, let's see, I have calculated over here. I'm estimating to roll over $4,971. Oops, so I need to make that as a negative. So that's my estimate to roll over on the last day of the month to June. So like I said, I did do some forecasting, and so I went through and I kind of went like paycheck by paycheck and tried to figure out what I can roll over using these checks to start kind of paying for things ahead of time. And so let's see, going back to May, that total is $4,971. So then let's see, going into the actual budget for May, so that leaves us about $9,400 left to budget. First of the month is always rent and water, sewer, and trash. Rent is $23.74. Water, sewer, and trash. Let me check and see if I've gotten the bill yet. Okay, so I have not gotten this bill yet, and so I'm going to just put $56 as the budget because that's approximately what it was last month. Next is SoCal Gas, and this one there's actually nothing due this month, and I don't believe there will be next month either. There is a credit on my account. So in California every year there's I think it's called a California climate credit, and so that goes on to both our gas and our electric bills once a year, and so there's actually a credit balance there, so nothing due there. Electric, I have not gotten this bill yet either, so I'm going to estimate $70 for that. And that's usually due towards the end of the month. I think it's the 25th. Next is storage, which is due the 3rd. I think it's the 2nd or the 3rd. Let me just put the 2nd just to be safe. And that is $85.50 every month. Next is phone and internet. Oops, I moved storage up for some reason. Phone and internet. Internet is, let's see, it's like $90.77. And then wireless, it went up a few cents last month. It kind of varies. So it was $75.75, and then it was like 75 or 70, yeah, 75.80 or something. So I'm just gonna say 76 on that. And then let's see what's next. Marriott. So the minimum on this is like $193 and some change. I'm going to come back to this because I am going to put more to this. This is something I pay monthly. But let's come back to that one. Renter's insurance, nothing. Auto insurance, nope. iCloud storage is $2.99 a month. Hulu and Disney is $9.99 a month. And Peacock is $5.99 a month. And let me just check back to April, make sure I'm not missing anything. Yep, looks like that's everything. Okay. Okay, so that is it for bills. And that still leaves us with $6,600 left to budget. Expenses. I'm just gonna add them all in here. Okay, so I think those will probably be all the categories that I use. Expenses, consumables. I am going to budget 65 here. Yeah, I'm gonna put 65. If I don't use it all, this is one thing that I want to put as a sinking fund. So actually a few of these different items I'll start rolling over every month. And so anything that I don't spend from the budget will roll over to the next month. Because I did start doing cash stuffing, so that's another change that happened to my budget. I started doing cash stuffing, so I will likely take this out in cash, put it in my cash envelope, and then if I don't spend it, at the end of the month, I will probably roll most of these over. There's some things that I will not roll over, and I'll put them to like savings or to something else. But right now, that is the plan. Household durables, I'm going to do 55. I do want to get some plants. I'm not sure if I'd put those in consumables or durables, but I do want to get some palms to put out on my patio. And so that'll come from one of those two categories. Groceries. I'm going to do $50 every Friday towards groceries. And so there are 5 Fridays in May, so that's $250. Dining out. Normally I don't do a ton for dining out. However, I'm going to do $230 this month, and part of that is because when I get paid with my new payroll amount, I want to go out and celebrate that first night. So that is a Friday, May 3rd, and so I'm putting more to that so I can go out and enjoy a nice dinner. So that's going up this month. Coffee. So I usually don't put a lot in coffee. Let me check my Starbucks app. Okay, so on my Starbucks app, I only have $1 on there, but I do have a $20 gift card that I received. So I don't think I need a ton on here. I was thinking I would just do $10 a week on this, for this line item, and kind of just do that going forward. So yeah, let's just do that for now. So $50, which I don't know. I just don't. That seems like so much. maybe I should do $5 a week. I don't know. We'll leave it with $10 right now a week, and then can adjust later. Transportation, so this is gasoline, anything like that, Uber trips. So I'm put $145 there. Parking, ride share, or no, so transportation is just basically gas. Parking, ride share would be the Uber trips. I don't think I'm gonna have anything there. Clothing, I don't think I'll have anything there. I do have, through my work, I have a corporate credit card through American Express, and I get rewards on that. And so yesterday, actually, I noticed that I had enough rewards for a $100 gift card, and so I ordered a gift card for it's Old Navy, Gap, and Banana Republic. So I have a $100 gift card coming in for that, and so any clothing that I buy will hopefully be covered by that card. So I don't think I need anything here. Makeup and skincare. I don't think I'm going to put anything there. Well, between hair, nails, and brows, and makeup and skincare, I do want to put money there. Let's see. I just got my nails done like 2 weeks ago. I'll probably need to get them done this week. But that's in April still. So I'll maybe need to get my nails done once. My brows, I definitely need to get done. I'm going to put 100 towards hair, nails, and brows, and 25 towards makeup and skincare. And start building that up. Fun money. And entertainment. I'm planning on hopefully finally going to Universal Studios. If you've watched any of my other budget videos, I received a annual pass to Universal Studios back in December as a like a raffle prize from my work Christmas party, and I haven't been able to go yet, and so I really want to go in May. And actually, let me put that up here, because that will mean more spending and gas, which that should cover that. So let's see. I'm gonna put, I think, $150 for entertainment, which is basically gonna be like Universal Studios. And then just $50 for other fun. I'm not sure what else is going on this month. So that totals $1,120 for expenses and leaves us with still $5,500 left to budget. Going into sinking funds, let's go ahead and add them all here. Car registration, whole new world. Okay, so let's see. My beginning balance on Green God's Vault is my emergency fund. Let's see. It is currently at $49.24. What did I say? $49.24? Oops, $49.24. I think that's what I said. Yeah. Work trips. See, this is going to change because I still have a work trip in April. So I'm going to skip that one, I think. Auto maintenance is at $130. So we'll put that in. Car registration, it's going into May. So it's fully funded right now at $280. 280. Whole New World is not accurate because I did just get back from vacation, and so I used funds from my travel seeking fund, which I have not reconciled yet, and so I'm going to skip that. CIA is at $265. Auto insurance is at $500. My FSA, what is my FSA at? 444.40. 444.40. Okay. And then I'll come back once I close out April and find out how much is in the work trips and a whole new world sinking funds. But to budget for May, I'm going to budget, let's see. For work trips, I'm going to budget $540, which I don't know. When I originally was thinking of doing the 540 here, it was because for work, we were planning on a international work trip I think it was supposed to be in August. That has now been moved back to like January of 2025. So I don't think I'm going to need that much for a while. That's okay. We'll just put that there and see what happens. Vacations, I'm going to put in 320. I have vacation coming up in August, and so I need to start building that up. I do get a annual bonus paid out in June, and so most of what I put towards that trip will come from my bonus, but I do want to start adding some in there now. So I'm not sure how much I'm going to need. So I'm going with one of my best friends. She said she's planning on saving up $6,000 for this trip, and we've already paid for our flight, so that part's done. And I don't know. To me, $6,000 seems like a lot. So I don't think I'm going to spend that much. I don't want to spend that much, but I will probably try to save up that much just to be at the same level as she is, because I don't want to get in a situation where, we're there and I don't have the funds saved and there's something we want to do. So I definitely don't plan on spending that much because that seems very high. It's only a 10-day trip, I think. If you, we'll be there for 10 days, 12 days if you include travel days. But it just seems too high to me. But I'm going to try and get to that same amount just so if there is something I want to spend it on, it's there. If not, I can always roll over any funds left will stay in the sinking fund. So we'll put 320 there. Going back to car registration. So I don't think I'm going to put anything in car registration, as I am just paying it in May. It's due May 14th. It's fully funded for the year, and so I'll probably start adding to it maybe a little bit every month, but starting after May. Auto maintenance. So currently, as of April, I contribute $20 a month to my auto maintenance. However, I do want to change this to doing $20 every Friday because I get paid on Fridays. And so that's going to be $100 going into auto maintenance. And this is also because my vehicle is 8 years old. So I'm sure there is auto maintenance that's going to be required at some point soon. So I would like to get that kind of bulked up a little bit more. I'm thinking if I get it to like $1,000, that's probably where I will stop for that sinking fund. But as you can see, I only have 130 in there right now. So it will take a while to get built up. So then going over into investments, I'm just going to put them all on here, even though I don't plan on putting something in all of them. Let's put Robinhood up here. Crypto. Okay, so I don't plan on putting anything into my brokerage accounts. I have brokerage accounts with M1 Finance and Robinhood. M1 Finance, I believe, is all index funds, and then Robinhood is individual stocks. Roth IRA. So this one, so I did max out my 2023 Roth IRA on April 15th, or a couple days before April 15th. And so that's maxed out for 2023. I have not started 2024 Roth IRA yet. However, I was looking at the income restrictions for Roth IRAs. So if you don't know, there is a certain income restriction to contribute to a Roth IRA. And it phases out at a certain amount. So as a single person, so the thresholds vary depending on if you're a single person, if you're married filing jointly, married filing separately, or head of household. They all have different income limits. Me as a single person, the income threshold is 146, and then at that point it starts to phase out. And so at that point you cannot contribute the full $7,000. And then once you get to, I think it's 161,000, you cannot contribute anything to Roth IRA, at least not directly. You can do a backdoor Roth IRA, which then is obviously a little bit more work, not much. But to directly contribute to a Roth IRA, you have to meet those, or you have to be below those income thresholds. With my new role, at least in 2025, I will be completely out of the threshold. And so I'll make too much to contribute directly to a Roth IRA. And this year, I think I'm going to be in that phase out range. So I will not be able to do the full $7,000 contribution. And so I had planned on maxing it out by the end of December for $7,000. But now I think I'm going to need to kind of rethink that a bit, because I don't want to contribute too much and then have to, take money back out of it at the end of the year. And so while I kind of figure that out and wait until, I get my actual paycheck at the new rate to see what I'm going to make, and what my bonus will be, because that will affect it as well in June, I think I'm going to hold off putting anything into the Roth IRA this month. I'll probably start back up in like June or July, but for this month, we're just going to go past it. Traditional IRA, I'm not going to put anything in. Traditional 401k. And so this, I'm going to take what I budgeted over here. Oops. And that's going to go in there. Roth 401k, nothing. Crypto, nothing. Okay, and then I just realized there is another expense. My Citibank executive card. I have a Citibank American Airlines executive card because I do travel a lot for work. And with this card, I get lounge access, I get certain other perks, I get extra miles and all these other things. But there is an annual fee for it. It was $450, and that's what my statement says it's going to be in May. However, I've read online that they raised it to $595, and so I'm going to budget $595. And if it ends up being $450, fabulous. But if not, at least I have the money there ready for it. And so what does that take us to? So that leaves us $1,700. And let's go to debt. I have 3 student loans. So before I go into student loans, I want to go back up to the Marriott. I'm going to put $1,559 towards my Marriott. So this one, it's technically a mortgage. And that's also why I don't have it down as debt, even though I guess it's technically debt, but it's also because I was not allowed to pay extra on it until I had it for a certain length of time. And then once it hit that time limit, which occurred in April, I got basically a free year pretty much. And so now I'm at the point where I can just pay off the mortgage that's on it. I'm going to put $1,559 towards it this month. And so what does that leave? $156.74 is left. And so then we'll go back to my student loans. The first one, let's see. I can't remember the minimums. It's like 78 something. So let me just look at April. So I'm just going to copy these. These are the minimum payments. And so the first one is $78.95, the second one's $20.39, and the last one is $27.19. So I'm going to pay those. That's $126.53. And what does that leave? So that leaves $30 left. Let's see. What should we do with $30? Okay, so let's make this $15.60 just to make that an even number because that was kind of annoying. So we've got $29.21 left. Maybe we'll put 20 to clothing. So that should leave us with $9.21. Let's make this 30 for makeup and skincare. So $4.21 left. Oh man. Let's see. $4.21. Let's make that. I don't want to change this because this is an auto pay. These are all three of these just auto paid, so I don't want to like change it by a couple cents or dollars. But I like these being even. What else could I do? $4.21. I'm just gonna put it in clothing just because I just don't know what else to put it in. So we'll have that as $24.21, and that makes it a zero-based budget, which is what I want. And so just quickly looking at the breakdown. So income $94.20, and that's because we're rolling over that $4,971. Bills $4,331. Expenses about $1,700. $960 going to savings, $2258 going to investments, which is the 401k, and $126 going to debt. And so that makes a zero-based budget. Just taking a look, I think that's everything. Awesome. Okay, so that is it for today's budget. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know down below how your budget's going for April, and if you've already started budgeting for May, what it's looking like. And I hope you like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!